Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt at ease, as if the space was designed just for you? On the other hand, have you entered a room and felt restless, anxious, or even drained of energy? It's fascinating, isn't it? The energy of a space can have a profound effect on our emotions and well-being, especially in the place where we rest most, our bedroom. But here's a thought that might surprise you. What if the objects in your bedroom, the very items you see every day, are influencing your life in ways you never imagined? Could they be holding you back from prosperity, happiness, or emotional peace? Imagine waking up every day in a room that feels like a sanctuary, a space not just for rest, but a haven that invites positivity, success, and abundance into your life. Now, how does that sound? Today, we're going to uncover something truly eye-opening. We'll explore 9 surprising things in your bedroom that could be blocking the flow of positive energy, creating invisible barriers to your financial success, personal growth, and emotional well-being. These items may seem harmless or even essential, but according to Buddhist teachings, they could be hindering your path to prosperity. In Buddhist philosophy, everything in our environment is interconnected with our internal state. The ancient wisdom of feng shui, which has been practiced for centuries, teaches us that the energy of a space, its qi, directly affects our lives. If our bedroom is filled with clutter, broken objects, or items that remind us of past pain or unfinished business, it can block the flow of this positive energy, leading to stagnation in various areas of our lives, including our finances and relationships. In today's video, we'll dive into each of these 9 objects that might be silently sabotaging your success and keeping you trapped in negative cycles. From items that keep you stuck in the past to objects that symbolize scarcity, we'll draw insights from Buddhist teachings to explain why they are so powerful and how letting them go can transform your space and your life. But don't worry, it's not just about removing things. It's also about creating a space that supports abundance and growth. By the end of this video, you'll have practical tools and insights to clear out old energy and make room for a life filled with peace, financial success, and emotional harmony. So stay with us until the very end, where I'll share a simple yet powerful Buddhist-inspired visualization practice to help you align your mind and space with the energy of prosperity. Trust me, this one practice alone can change the way you approach not just your bedroom, but your entire life. If you're ready to transform your environment and invite abundance in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. You can be the catalyst for change not only in your life but for others too. Let's dive in. 1. Broken items. In Buddhist teachings, attachment is seen as a fundamental cause of suffering. We often cling to things from our past, whether it's old memories, unhealed wounds, or physical objects that prevent us from embracing the present moment. The presence of broken items in your space is a manifestation of this attachment. These items, whether it's a cracked vase, a malfunctioning clock, or a worn-out chair, symbolize your inability to move on, let go, or accept change. In Buddhism, this is closely linked to the concept of anicca, or impermanence. Everything is in a constant state of flux, and resisting change or holding on to what no longer serves us only creates unnecessary suffering and stagnation. The broken object becomes a silent reminder of what is no longer useful but still occupies space, both physically and mentally. When we hold on to things that no longer function, we are resisting the natural flow of energy in our lives. The Buddha taught that by releasing attachment to the past, we create room for new energy, new opportunities, and a fresh outlook on life. Holding on to broken items in your bedroom keeps you anchored to a past that cannot be changed. It keeps the energy trapped, preventing the new and positive energy from entering your life. I once had a broken lamp in my bedroom that I kept telling myself I'd fix someday. For years, this lamp sat there in the corner, gathering dust, but I never got around to repairing it. In some strange way, I convinced myself that fixing it was a task for another day, a day that never seemed to arrive. Over time, that lamp became more than just a broken object. It became a symbol of procrastination, unfinished business, and resistance to change. Every time I looked at it, I was reminded of the things I had been putting off, the promises I hadn't kept, and the energy I was wasting by clinging to something that no longer served its purpose. Finally, I decided to remove the lamp from my room. I didn't fix it or try to keep it for sentimental value. I simply let it go. And while it may sound trivial, the impact on my mental and emotional state was significant. I felt a sudden shift in my energy, almost as if a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. I became more focused, more motivated, and surprisingly, even more creative. That one small act, removing the broken lamp, felt like an invitation to let go of old habits, outdated patterns, and limiting beliefs. It made room for fresh energy to flow into my life, like opening the window to let in a fresh breeze. Practical tip: take a moment to assess your bedroom. Are there any broken items, such as a broken clock, a torn blanket, malfunctioning electronics, or chipped furniture? Look at each item with fresh eyes. Ask yourself, does this serve me anymore? Is it still functional? Does it bring me joy or hold me back? Repair what you can, but if it's beyond fixing, it's time to let it go. Clearing away these items is more than just tidying up. It's about freeing up space for new opportunities, new experiences, and a smoother flow of energy. When you remove the broken or outdated items, you make a powerful statement to yourself and the universe. You are open to change, to growth, and to moving forward. It's about honoring the present moment and allowing the natural flow of energy to guide you. The process of letting go of physical objects is deeply connected to releasing mental and emotional clutter as well. By creating a bedroom free of broken items, you're not just tidying up your space, you're making space for your life to move forward with clarity and purpose. 2. Excessive clutter. In Buddhism, the principle of simplicity is a cornerstone for cultivating mental and spiritual clarity. The Buddha taught that our external environment directly influences our inner state. A cluttered mind is often a result of a cluttered space, and when we allow excess possessions to accumulate, we invite chaos, confusion, and unnecessary stress into our lives. In a room full of disorganized belongings, energy becomes trapped, stagnant, and unable to flow freely. Instead of facilitating peace and harmony, clutter pulls your focus in multiple directions, making it hard to concentrate or find tranquility. Buddhism encourages us to simplify our surroundings to foster inner peace and clarity. The act of letting go of what no longer serves us allows us to create space for new, positive energy to flow in. The clutter in your bedroom isn't just a physical burden. It reflects an internal disarray. By clearing physical clutter, we are not only organizing our environment, but also creating mental space for calm and mindfulness. Simplicity in our surroundings mirrors simplicity in the mind, and only through this clarity can we achieve a state of peace and joy. I'll never forget the profound shift I felt after deciding to declutter my bedroom. At first, I thought it was just about tidying up, but I quickly realized that it was far more than that. The process of clearing away old clothes, papers, and unused items was actually about liberating myself from the mental weight of excess. As I took action and organized my space, my mind began to feel lighter. 2. It was as though the clutter in my room had been reflected in the clutter in my mind, and by removing one, I cleared the other. The simple act of tidying up had an immediate impact on my mental clarity. I felt more focused, more present, and less distracted. The room itself felt more expansive, more open, and the fresh energy that flowed in was palpable. I also noticed how much my mood improved as I let go of things I no longer needed. The process wasn't just about organizing my things. It was about organizing my thoughts, my priorities, and ultimately, my life. I once had a close friend, Maya, who was struggling both financially and emotionally. Her bedroom was a direct reflection of her mental state, overstuffed with clothes, old paperwork, and forgotten items that she had collected over the years. It wasn't just her physical space that was cluttered. Her mind felt the same way, constantly overwhelmed, constantly distracted by the weight of things she didn't need or even use anymore. Maya was also going through a tough financial period, unsure of where to focus her energy, and everything in her life felt chaotic. One day, Maya decided to take action and declutter her bedroom. She started with small steps, folding clothes she hadn't worn in months, donating items she no longer needed, and organizing the piles of papers that had accumulated. At first, it was a difficult process for her, emotionally and mentally, but as she cleared the physical clutter, she also started to feel a sense of release in her mind. The space began to feel lighter, brighter, and more inviting. Within weeks of decluttering, Maya experienced a major shift. She found a new job that aligned with her passions and started taking better care of her finances. The transformation wasn't just external, it was internal as well. The clarity she gained from simplifying her physical space allowed her to think more clearly, make decisions with confidence, and ultimately, attract better opportunities. It was as though by clearing the clutter, she had cleared the path for success and abundance to flow into her life. Practical tip: if you feel overwhelmed or stuck in your life, take a moment to assess the state of your bedroom. Is it filled with things you no longer use or need? Start small. Begin by clearing out items that you haven't touched in months or years. Donate, sell, or discard things that are simply taking up space. You'll be amazed at how much more open and inviting your room will feel. Not only will you create a peaceful space, but you'll also feel more mentally focused and energized. Simplifying your surroundings is a powerful step towards simplifying your mind and life. 3. Outdated or negative artwork. In Buddhism, it is believed that everything in our environment holds energy, and this includes the artwork we choose to surround ourselves with. The Buddha taught that what we focus on, whether consciously or unconsciously, shapes our mental and emotional states. Our minds are like sponges, constantly absorbing the energy of the world around us. This is why the images and symbols we place in our living space can have a profound impact on our mindset and emotional well-being. If your bedroom walls are adorned with artwork that evokes negative emotions, such as sadness, anger, or fear, you are inviting those very energies into your life. Such images may remind you of past trauma, struggles, or negative thoughts, reinforcing them on a subconscious level. According to Buddhist teachings, when we dwell on these negative feelings, we perpetuate suffering, trapping ourselves in a cycle of emotional unrest. On the other hand, uplifting, serene, and inspiring artwork has the power to elevate your mood and create an atmosphere conducive to peace and harmony. Positive imagery can uplift your spirit, bring clarity to your mind, and help you cultivate an environment filled with joy, tranquility, and positive energy. In the Buddhist tradition, beauty and serenity are not just aesthetic pleasures, they are essential tools for cultivating mindfulness and fostering a peaceful state of being. I once had a large painting in my bedroom that had been gifted to me years ago. Although I appreciated the sentiment behind the gift, the painting depicted a stormy scene, dark clouds swirling above tumultuous waves. Every time I looked at it, I felt uneasy, as though the storm was about to overtake me. It wasn't immediately obvious, but that painting had a subtle, yet profound, effect on my mood. I didn't realize how much it contributed to my restlessness and mental clutter until one day. I decided to replace it with a more calming piece. I chose a nature-inspired painting, featuring a serene forest and peaceful streams flowing through lush greenery. As soon as I hung it up, I felt an immediate shift. The peaceful imagery seemed to align with my desire for tranquility and balance. I no longer felt the same sense of unease when entering the room. Instead, I felt grounded, centered, and more at ease with myself. The new artwork created a sanctuary of calm in my bedroom, reminding me of the peace I seek within. Practical tip: take a moment to assess the artwork in your bedroom. Does it evoke feelings of peace, beauty, and positivity? If not, consider replacing any negative or outdated pieces with images that align with the energy you wish to cultivate. Look for artwork that reflects calmness, serenity, and inspiration, whether it's nature scenes, abstract art, or images that evoke happiness and hope. The right artwork can transform not just the look of your space, but also the emotional energy you experience in that space. When you fill your room with art that nourishes your soul, you are creating an environment where positive energy can thrive, and your own spirit can flourish. 4. Electronics in the bedroom. In Buddhist teachings, the mind is considered sacred, one of the most important aspects of our existence. The Buddha emphasized that spiritual growth requires clarity and peace of mind, and this can be easily disturbed by external distractions. Electronics, particularly devices that emit artificial light and radiation, are seen as major disruptors of this natural flow of energy. The energy in a space should ideally be calm, grounded, and supportive of rest and relaxation. But electronics often disturb this balance. The blue light emitted from screens, whether from phones, tablets, or laptops, interferes with our natural sleep-wake cycles, or circadian rhythms. This can make it difficult for the body to wind down at night, hindering our ability to achieve restful sleep and deepen our meditation or mindfulness practices. Many Buddhist monks and spiritual teachers advise keeping technology out of spaces designed for rest, such as bedrooms. The bedroom, in the Buddhist view, should be a sacred space where we can restore both our physical and mental energies, free from the overstimulation caused by electronic devices. The Buddha also taught about the importance of mindfulness, and electronics, with their constant notifications and flashing screens, pull us out of the present moment. Instead of cultivating a state of inner stillness, they foster a fragmented mind, always distracted and unfocused. The presence of electronics in the bedroom thus contradicts the principles of mindfulness and can undermine your ability to cultivate a peaceful and restful mind. For years, I kept my phone and laptop in my bedroom, convinced that I could just check them before bed, maybe answer a few emails or scroll through social media for a bit. But I found that no matter how much I tried to wind down, my mind was always buzzing with thoughts and distractions. It wasn't just that I felt the need to check my devices. It was the constant presence of these gadgets that kept my mind in a state of alertness. I could never fully relax, even when I tried to sleep. After much contemplation, I made the decision to remove all electronics from my bedroom. No more phones, no more laptops. The change was almost immediate. My sleep quality improved, and I woke up feeling more refreshed and energized. Without the constant pull of technology, I could actually feel my body relaxing and my mind slowing down as I prepared for sleep. What I noticed more than anything was that removing these distractions allowed me to reconnect with myself before bed, giving me a space for reflection, peace, and stillness. This was crucial for both my mental health and spiritual growth. Practical tip: if you currently have electronics in your bedroom, take a moment to assess how they might be affecting your ability to rest and recharge. Try moving all devices out of the room, or designate a specific place outside your sleeping area for them. If you need to check your phone or laptop, do so in another space before entering the bedroom. Aim to create a peaceful, tech-free environment that promotes deep relaxation and restful sleep. You could even set a rule for yourself: no screens at least 30 minutes before bed. Instead of reaching for your phone, consider establishing a relaxing bedtime routine, such as reading, meditating, or reflecting on the day. This simple change can create an atmosphere that supports tranquility and helps you reconnect with your inner peace. 5. Mirrors facing the bed. In Buddhist philosophy, mirrors are seen as powerful objects. While they reflect our external appearance, they also have the ability to reflect our inner state. According to Buddhist teachings, everything in our environment holds a certain energy, and mirrors, in particular, are believed to amplify and reflect both the external and internal worlds. The Buddha taught that we should be mindful of the environment we create around us, as it directly influences our mental and emotional state. When mirrors are placed facing the bed, they can disturb the flow of energy in the room. The reflective surface can create a sense of disorientation or restlessness, especially when we are in a vulnerable, restful state. Lying in bed, especially during sleep or meditation, is a time when the mind and body are most open and receptive to the environment around them. A mirror in this position can disrupt this restful state, creating a subtle but persistent disturbance. The Buddha believed that mirrors could not only reflect our external forms, but also the inner state of our minds. Having a mirror facing the bed can cause unconscious fears or emotional imbalances to surface, making it difficult to achieve true relaxation and peace during rest. In Buddhist practice, we are encouraged to create spaces that promote mental clarity, peace, and inner balance. A mirror facing the bed can pull our energy away from peaceful sleep and create a distraction that interferes with the body's natural ability to rejuvenate and relax. It's important to remember that the placement of objects in our space impacts our energy and well-being. I used to have a mirror directly facing my bed, and I often woke up in the middle of the night feeling uneasy, restless, or even anxious without understanding why. At first, I thought it was just stress or lack of sleep. But after I moved the mirror, I realized how much it had been affecting me. The mirror seemed to reflect not just my physical image, but also my own inner disquiet, even in my sleep. Once I repositioned the mirror to reflect natural light and not my bed, I noticed a profound shift. My sleep became deeper and more restful. I woke up feeling more refreshed and centered, as though the mirror was no longer pulling my energy in unsettling directions. The room felt calmer, and I could feel my mind becoming more at ease. Practical tip: if you have a mirror facing your bed, consider repositioning it. Ideally, mirrors should be placed where they reflect natural light, beautiful views, or peaceful aspects of your surroundings, places that promote positive energy and serenity. However, they should not be positioned where they reflect your bed or sleeping area, as this can create restlessness and disturb your energy flow. Creating a peaceful, calm environment for sleep is crucial for maintaining mental clarity and well-being. By making simple adjustments to the placement of mirrors, you can create a space that promotes deeper rest and helps you feel more centered and energized when you wake up. 6. Unused electronics. In Buddhism, balance and mindfulness are central to living a harmonious life. The concept of sati, mindfulness, teaches us to be aware of everything around us and how it affects our internal state. Electronics, especially those that are not in use, can disrupt the peaceful energy of your environment. This disruption occurs because these devices, even when turned off, emit subtle electromagnetic fields. These fields are thought to interfere with the natural energy flow of a space, creating what we call stagnant energy. The Buddha often emphasized simplicity and the need to avoid clutter, as excessive possessions or distractions can lead to attachment, which disturbs mental peace. In the modern world, electronics can be seen as the epitome of attachment, constantly pulling our attention away from the present moment, even when we're not actively using them. More importantly, unused electronics can accumulate in your bedroom, creating an environment that does not nurture restfulness or relaxation. This is especially significant considering the role your bedroom plays as a sanctuary for sleep and rejuvenation. In Buddhist teachings, true rest is seen as essential for clarity of mind and emotional balance. By removing unused electronics, we make space for our minds to truly unwind, allowing both our bodies and minds to be restored during the night. I can personally attest to the difference that clearing out unused electronics made in my own life. For years, I had old phones, chargers, a forgotten tablet, and various gadgets scattered around my bedroom. I didn't think much about them. After all, they weren't being actively used, so why would they matter? But after a period of feeling mentally foggy and increasingly restless, I decided to clear them out. As soon as I removed the old electronics from my room, I noticed a significant shift. The atmosphere in my bedroom felt calmer and more peaceful. Without the presence of gadgets demanding any kind of mental or emotional energy, my focus during the day improved, and my creativity seemed to flow more easily. I also found that my sleep deepened, something that I had struggled with for a long time. It was as if the energy in my room was now aligned with rest and rejuvenation, providing me with a true sense of peace. Practical tip: if you find yourself holding on to unused electronics, it might be time for a change. Consider relocating these items to another room, out of sight, out of mind. This could include old phones, laptops, wires, cables, or any gadgets that are no longer serving you. These items can create unnecessary clutter and subtle energy disruptions. So keeping them out of your bedroom is one simple step toward inviting more tranquility into the space. Embrace the idea of a tech-free bedroom. Allow this sacred space to be dedicated to rest, relaxation, and recharging your physical and mental energy. You might find that without the distractions of electronics, you'll experience deeper, more restorative sleep. Consider creating a designated area outside the bedroom where your gadgets can live, allowing you to maintain a peaceful energy flow in your personal sanctuary. 7. Dead or artificial plants. In Buddhist philosophy, plants are revered as symbols of life, growth, and renewal. They represent the continuous flow of energy and vitality. Echoing the principle of anicca, the Buddhist teaching on impermanence, plants grow, change, and regenerate, embodying the cycles of life, death, and rebirth. This connection to nature provides a grounding and healing energy that can profoundly affect the environment in which we live. However, dead or artificial plants fail to carry this same vibrancy. A dead plant no longer symbolizes life. It represents stagnation, decay, and the cessation of growth. Similarly, artificial plants, no matter how meticulously designed, cannot mimic the true energy of a living organism. Their lifelessness creates a disconnect from the natural world and can leave an energy imbalance in your space. In Buddhism, this disconnection is seen as detrimental because it inhibits the flow of positive energy, preventing the space from truly supporting your well-being. A space with real, thriving plants invites the energy of prana, life force, into your environment. It's not just about aesthetics. It's about allowing the natural world to interact with you in a meaningful, supportive way. The presence of living plants can help nourish the mind, offering calmness and a reminder of the continuous process of renewal and growth. On the other hand, dead or artificial plants subtly remind us of lifelessness and stagnation, creating an emotional block to positive energy. A few years ago, I had several artificial plants scattered around my bedroom. At first, I thought they added a nice touch of color and life to the space, but I quickly noticed that the energy always felt flat and uninspiring. I didn't realize how much the lack of vitality in those plants affected the overall ambience until I decided to replace them with real, living plants. I chose a small peace lily, known for its air-purifying properties, and a jade plant, which is considered a symbol of prosperity. The transformation was immediate. The room felt more alive, welcoming, and full of fresh energy. Beyond the physical appearance, I noticed a shift in my emotions as well. There was a quiet sense of renewal every time I looked at the plants, like they were subtly reminding me of the ever-present cycle of growth and the power of nurturing something from the earth. It felt as though the plants themselves were teaching me a lesson in impermanence and change. I noticed a deep sense of peace while spending time in the room, and I found myself reflecting on how I could cultivate more growth in my own life, both personally and professionally. Practical tip: if you're concerned about taking care of plants or feel you don't have a green thumb, there's no need to worry. There are plenty of low-maintenance plants that require minimal attention but still bring the benefits of nature into your space. Succulents, such as jade plants or bamboo, are perfect for this. They need little water and thrive even in less than ideal conditions, making them ideal for busy individuals or those who may not have experience with plant care. Additionally, plants like snake plants or peace lilies are easy to care for and can help purify the air, contributing to both physical and mental health. By choosing low-maintenance plants, you can still invite the positive, life-affirming energy of nature into your bedroom without the stress of plant care. Just remember, a living plant is not only a decoration. It is a source of life energy that connects your bedroom to the ever-renewing cycle of nature, making your space more harmonious, vibrant, and spiritually uplifting. 8. Items from the past. Buddhism teaches that attachment to the past can be one of the greatest obstacles to personal growth and inner peace. In Buddhist practice, the idea of upadana, attachment, is seen as the root of suffering. When we hold on to objects or memories that are tied to previous experiences, especially those that carry emotional pain, we create mental and emotional blockages. These items act as anchors, tethering us to old wounds, regrets, and unhealed moments. In a spiritual context, attachment prevents us from fully embracing the present moment, which is essential for achieving peace of mind and progressing on our path. By clinging to physical reminders of the past, we are preventing ourselves from experiencing the fullness of the now. Buddhist teachings emphasize that true freedom comes from letting go, releasing the need to hold on to things that no longer serve us. When we clear out the past from our physical environment, we create space for new opportunities, new experiences, and fresh energy. The more we let go, the more we allow ourselves to flow with the changes of life, rather than resisting them. In the bedroom, especially, where we rest and rejuvenate, it is important to create a space that reflects the person we are today, not the person we once were. Letting go of physical items from the past can be an incredibly healing practice, allowing us to clear the energy of old memories and make room for new growth. I'll never forget the day I decided to declutter my bedroom. As I went through my things, I came across several objects I had been holding onto for years. These were items from difficult chapters in my life, gifts from past relationships, photographs tied to painful memories, and other sentimental objects that no longer had any relevance to who I had become. At first, it felt like I was letting go of pieces of my identity, but as I let go, I experienced a profound emotional release. It was as though I had been carrying invisible weight all these years, and now, with each item I removed, that weight was lifted. The space in my bedroom began to feel lighter, more in tune with who I am today. I could feel the difference not only in the energy of the room, but in my own heart. I felt more open, more ready to embrace the future without being held back by the past. Clearing my bedroom of these old objects didn't just change my environment, it shifted something deep within me. It helped me break free from the past and embrace new experiences. I was no longer living in the shadow of who I used to be, but in the light of who I was becoming. Practical tip: take a moment to reflect on the items in your bedroom. Ask yourself, how does each object make you feel? Does it bring you joy? Or does it carry emotional baggage that holds you back? If something reminds you of pain, regret, or an old version of yourself, it may be time to let it go. Be honest with yourself about whether these objects are truly serving your current journey. Consider donating or giving away items that no longer resonate with your present self. Even if you're hesitant, remember that the process of letting go is about freeing yourself from the past and making space for new experiences. When you remove these items, you are not just cleaning your physical space, you are also clearing your emotional and mental space, creating an environment that is in alignment with your present self and the future you are striving toward. 9. Objects representing bad habits. In Buddhist philosophy, the concept of karma teaches us that everything in our lives, our actions, thoughts, and even the objects we surround ourselves with, carries an energetic vibration. Every item, whether we realize it or not, holds a connection to our emotions, behaviors, and choices. Objects that are tied to bad habits or addictions, such as alcohol bottles, cigarettes, or even unhealthy snacks, reinforce negative energy in our environment. These items, whether consciously or subconsciously, act as reminders of harmful behaviors, perpetuating the cycle of attachment and craving. In Buddhism, we are encouraged to practice renunciation, the act of letting go of attachments to things that do not serve our highest good. When we hold on to items connected to our old habits, we are unconsciously giving them power over us. These objects can create energetic blockages, preventing the flow of positive energy into our lives and making it harder to break free from negative cycles. Removing these items is not just about clearing clutter. It is about making a powerful declaration of change. It is an intentional step towards healing, self-awareness, and the cultivation of new, healthier patterns of living. By removing objects tied to bad habits, we open ourselves to transformation. The act of letting go of these items is a symbolic act of breaking free from the past and creating space for new, positive habits to emerge. In this way, our physical environment becomes a reflection of our internal state, and by changing the former, we can begin to shift the latter. A few years ago, I made a powerful realization about some of the objects in my bedroom that were subtly connected to habits I was trying to break. There was a leftover bottle of wine from an old social gathering, an empty pack of cigarettes tucked away in a drawer, and junk food wrappers hidden in random places. They were all reminders of patterns I was no longer aligned with. The more I looked at them, the more I realized that I was unknowingly holding onto these items as if they were tied to a part of me that I was ready to leave behind. When I decided to clear them out, it felt like a powerful act of self-liberation. It was as if by removing these objects, I was also clearing away the physical representation of my bad habits. Immediately, I felt a shift. My space felt lighter, and it was as if the act of decluttering was also giving me the mental and emotional clarity I needed to break free from these old patterns. I found that after removing those items, I naturally began to make healthier choices. The space I had created in my room mirrored the space I was opening up in my life. Practical tip: take a hard look at the items in your bedroom that might be linked to habits you no longer wish to carry with you. Whether it's an empty bottle, a pack of cigarettes, or snacks that don't align with your health goals, these objects can act as subtle reinforcements of your past behaviors. Removing them is a powerful act of self-care and self-respect. It's a declaration that you are ready to make healthier choices and move forward in life. After you've cleared out the items that no longer serve you, replace them with symbols of your intentions for growth. Perhaps a journal to track your progress, a plant that represents renewal, or even a vision board with reminders of the life you are creating. These positive symbols will support your journey of transformation, reinforcing your commitment to personal growth and wellness. In the Buddhist tradition, the practice of mindfulness helps us to become more aware of the energy we carry into every aspect of our lives. By mindfully curating our environment, we can create a space that not only reflects our intentions, but also nurtures the energy of positive change. Your bedroom is more than just a place to sleep. It's a sacred space where your mind, body, and spirit find rest and rejuvenation. In the Buddhist tradition, the environment plays a crucial role in shaping our mental and emotional well-being. By decluttering and removing the 9 items we've discussed today, you are doing more than simply tidying up your physical space. You are intentionally creating an environment that fosters prosperity, peace, and harmony. Each small change you make is a step toward a more abundant, mindful, and balanced life. In Buddhism, transformation begins with intention. The act of decluttering your bedroom and letting go of things that no longer serve you is not just an organizational task. It's a spiritual practice. It is an act of setting clear intentions for the life you want to manifest. By removing objects tied to the past, negative habits, or stagnant energy, you signal to the universe that you are ready to receive new opportunities, growth, and prosperity. Remember, the external reflects the internal. As you align your physical environment with abundance, peace, and vitality, you are also aligning your mind and heart with those very qualities. A space that nurtures you will naturally help you cultivate a life of mindfulness, happiness, and success. Your bedroom, once a simple room for rest, can become a temple of transformation, where positive energy flows freely, bringing you closer to the life you've always dreamed of. Now that you've learned how to create a prosperous bedroom, it's time to take action. Start small. Pick just one item from the list to remove today and notice how it shifts the energy in your space and your mindset. Whether it's a broken object, a dead plant, or a piece of clutter tied to the past, the moment you release it, you're opening up space for something new to enter. I'd love to hear about your progress. Share with us in the comments below. What was the first item you decided to remove from your bedroom? How did it make you feel? Did you notice a change in the energy around you? I believe that each step you take toward a cleaner, more peaceful space is a step closer to a more prosperous life. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Mindful Glow, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future insights on mindfulness, Buddhist teachings, and spiritual growth. Your journey to abundance starts today. Let's make your bedroom a sanctuary for rest, peace, and success, a true temple of prosperity. Together, we can transform not only our spaces but our lives.